Welcome to my video, and if you ever saw my video before, welcome back to my video. Today we are capturing an asteroid and bringing it back to Kerbin's surface. I initially tried to make a refuel station out of a larger asteroid, and Kraken didn't like it very much. So I decided to bring a smaller asteroid to the surface of Kerbin. Here is the assembly session. I'm adding 4 nuclear engines to our main stage, which will bring the whole thing down to the surface of Kerbin. I'm trying to make sure that everything is in the right height so that landing gears would protect our nuclear engines from blasting off. So that's about it, and I'm trying to make a conventional fairing pieces, but then turned out making the same craft over and over and again is sort of lame. So I tried to make a different shape when I was building this particular rocket. Well, I did make some differences in this design during the process, but nevertheless, let's wait for the asteroid to come nearby Kerbin, and we are ready to go. So, the thing about this particular asteroid was that there was a 2 big problem. 1, it was in polar orbit. 2, it was in the opposite direction of rotation of Kerbin, which means I need to use a lot more delta V than usual ascent. We do have a lot of fuel, and we do have a lot of nuclear engine, so it should not be a problem, but our specific impulse of nuclear engines are not that high, so we have to bear in mind that we have a tight fuel mission. So first things first, we are circularizing over Kerbin's atmosphere, and we are using interstage of nuclear engine, but the thing was the specific impulse was so low, so I turned on the rest of engines, which was on main stage, to assist our circularization. Again, it looks pretty fine for now. It turned out we have to drag our fuels from the fuel cell below to our main cell. That will come in just about a minute. So we want to make sure that everything is aligned with the passage of asteroid. So I'm making a close approach to the passage, and then I will try to make a vertical burn so that it matches the angle of inclination of the asteroid path. So if you ever come to my live stream, please just send me a hello, and I'll respond to you while I'm playing KSP. I usually play KSP once in a day, so it would be nice to have you in my chat so that we can communicate and share different ideas. So here we are pretty much aligned with the trajectory of asteroid. The thing about this is that we want to force an encounter before it hits the periapsis around Kerbin, so that we can easily force a circular orbit around Kerbin. Well, now since we have the intersection, we are setting a maneuver that we can easily go on. And every time I do a mission on live stream, something goes wrong. Either the KSP itself goes wrong, or I make stupid mistakes. But in this specific mission, it was both. As you can see, one of the fuselage, yeah, they call it fuselage, right? Didn't work. So I had to figure out how to fix the glitch. As all KSP users know, if you pin both fuselage and if you right click on some other element of the vessel, and you can fix the fuel glitch easily. We are approaching the target, so we are reducing our relative speed compared to the asteroid, so that we are traveling along the asteroid itself. Again, our maneuver nodes has glitched out, so we couldn't see an intersection in our map screen, so I had to eye it, which I really do it often because of this stupid stock game. I mean, it's a wonderful game, but it's still so buggy. Some people like the fact that this game has a lot of bugs. Well, there are some bugs that can be tolerated, but these kind of bugs that they really need to work on. So I do not want to see this kind of bug in KSP2. But anyway, we are here near the asteroid, and the asteroid is quite smaller than the one I showed you before. And I thought this would be an appropriate size for us to easily bring down to the surface of Carbon. Anyway, this asteroid thing weighs about 74 tons by itself, which means it's 2 times heavier than our main ship. So our delta V has significantly decreased because it's a pure dead mass. And I realized that we don't have enough fuel to land this thing on a specific point of Carbon. I actually thought about bringing this down to surface, and then I realized, you know what, let's bring it down to KSC. So what we are gonna do is that we are just gonna perform some burns to make this into planar orbit, which means in equatorial orbit around Kerbin. But yes, it's a bit of a problem because we are traveling in opposite direction of rotation against Kerbin. So the Kerbin is rotating in anti-clockwise, and we are traveling in clockwise direction, which is never a good thing. Anyway, we are making an ellipse shape so that it would be much more efficient when we perform our vertical trajectory. So Moon helps a bit. The Moon helps us a bit into making a smaller orbit compared to the Kerbin. So this is what I exactly did to bring this thing down. I actually put up into the orbit and I released the asteroid in there, and from there we could just return the vessel alone to the surface of Kerbin. Once we release it, our delta V triples, so which gives us plenty of fuel to aerobrake to the surface of Kerbin. So we are pretty much ready to re-enter the atmosphere of Kerbin in opposite direction, which means it's faster, about 200 meters faster than usual re-entry. And here comes how dumb I am. I was thinking of clicking the inflate, and I jettisoned
뭐 하는
my
거야? 혹시 살고 싶지 않은
his
거야?
shield. So I was like, maybe we can
거야.
make this. Maybe.
아마 괜찮을 거야.
So I didn't load my quick save or anything. As a matter of fact, I didn't even quick save my mission. So this was like a gambling, a 50-50 chance. And everything is blowing up. Fireworks happens. And we're shooting every single parts of our vessel. And to save the ship, I tried to rotate as fast as I can to maximize the drag of this ship so that we can accelerate, deaccelerate in a greater number. And of course we didn't have even a parachutes on because the parachutes were on the exterior tanks. So I had to use the suits on the EVA suits of Kerbins to bring them home. But anyway, we sent another ship, the same ship, to the very orbit of asteroid. I skipped through a lot of ascents of a circularization and everything because I didn't want to show you about like 200 hours of video aligning this thing. Anyway, actually it took me about like 30 minutes to do this all again, but then the landing itself took me about 2 hours. So you get to see perfect footage. It wasn't very much perfect, but perfect on my standard, which is reasonable. So we are closing into the asteroid once again, and I thought of doing something different to make sure we use as much efficient we can use our fuel efficiently. God damn it, every time I do commentary I become better. I can feel that, but I still mumble a lot and I have no idea to get better in this. Maybe I'll one day become better so that you wouldn't be so inconvenient with this type of commentary from someone who doesn't have English background. And there we are pretty much there. Make sure we don't crash into it. And slowly we aim for the center of mass, and there we go. Nicely done. We do have a lot of fuel left. So what we are gonna do is lower our periapsis just above the Kerbin's atmosphere, and then we are gonna increase our hypoapsis as well. And you may say, what the hell are you doing? We can just land. Yes, sure. But this is much easier way to, I would say, aim to KSC. So from here we are going pretty slow and we are reversing our rotation against Kerbin, which means we are now on the same way or same direction of rotation with Kerbin as well. So what I'm trying to do is to circularize around Kerbin, because without circularization we can never ever aim to KSC except an exceptional luck. So we're bringing this down to just above Kerbin's atmosphere, around like 77,000 kilometers. Yes, I know, the Kerbin's atmosphere is 70 kilometers, but for safety and maneuverability of nuclear engine, I set it slightly higher above than usual. So there is our stable orbit. Looking fine for now. Double checking and bypassing so that KSC would be on the brighter side of Kerbin as well. We finalize our circular burn, and then now we are preparing for our landing. You see KSC right there. Believe me, it took me 2 hours to do this accurately because it wasn't just a vessel itself. We are using drags of our asteroid as well. So this one looked fine. This one looked fine. So I went for it. I like, let's say if I did like 50 chances, like 30 of them just landed near the ocean right next to KSC, which was pretty stressful because it was right there, but it would landed on water and I hated that. So anyway, we are here on KSC with the asteroid like an ice cream on top of our vessel, and we're touching down. There we go. Beautiful, isn't it? So we can see the KSC right there behind us, and our pilot comes down and plant her flag to brag that we have successfully brought down an asteroid to KSC. Whoop, that was a spoiler to our series. But anyway, if you like this video, please hit the subscribe and like button please. Thank you.